found your way to the lost gold. We're chasing a trail that has long gone cold, to tell the stories that must be told. Michael's jokes light up the night. Katie's eyes catch every sight. MaryLynn connects with other realms.
There it is.
Together they unveil the tales. Paranormal cryptids, aliens too. Exploring mysteries old and new. Ghost legend, these unknown. And MaryLynn, not alone. Laughs and chills, truth and fun. Their journey's just begun. Step into the shadows, step into the night. Seeking the truth that's hidden from sight.
What'd you say?
I love the new opening.
Oh, thank you.
I love the one that goes through the sunroof. That's hilarious.
The looks on our face.
Yeah.
All right, I think I did it right now. I think we're properly
Yeah.
live.
We are. You
Yeah.
can hear Stevie laughing because he's watching from the front seat.
Is he? Steve, do we look like a hot mess or what?
It's fabulous. It's fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you for the words of encouragement.
And Mike's
Right,
gone again.
everybody. So
There he
anyone
is.
who is hanging with us, did we lose Mike G? Nope.
He's back.
Hey, is that
I
Caleb?
feel like I need to get up and go in my
There.
car too now. I want to go and sit in my car.
Right. All right, everybody. Sorry for the bit of
Hi,
confusion.
Hi.
My car is
I'm
full.
gonna. Oh my god. Oh. What's happening? All right. Should I introduce Miss Irene?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. All right, everybody. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of shenanigans with this hour. You can just tell right off the bat, can't you? So, Miss Irene Achelois. Did I said that right? Achelois.
Yeah.
Yes. She's a medium, a paranormal investigator. She is a star of the Trance Scribing on the Spirit Realm Network. She is also a co-host of the new Era Paranormal Podcast, among many other things. When I was reading her bio, she's very well accomplished. We'll get into all of that and more, I hope. She also has 20 years of experience as a scientist, which I am particularly interested in, helping bridge the gap between logic and the unseen. Everybody, please welcome Irene Achelois to the show.
Yay.
Yay, Irene!
It's better every time. when you say it.
We
Right?
finally made it.
We made it. Yeah. Thanks everybody for kind of hanging in there through the chaos. As you can see, two of us are traveling. Oh, and we lost Mike.
He pops in and out.
Yep. So I'm just gonna like have my finger on the button just to remove and add him every 5 minutes.
So
I'll move
Alien
him.
Steve is coming to visit with him, so he's being abducted.
Oh,
Makes sense.
he's being abducted. Yeah. So how are you, Irene?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Doing okay. How
Thank
about you?
Good. Thank you for dealing with the chaos. Like MaryLynn said, it's not usually this chaotic, but it adds to the fun. So
It makes it
And there's no
exciting.
alcohol involved, so
Oh wait, no, there still is. I brought
Yeah.
some.
you.
yeah, she did. I brought my water. Irene listened to the homework.
Well, we have it, but it's in the truck that decided to miss the exit because we didn't want to have an open container in the car. So he had it in the back of the truck. So he missed the exit and said he's going to keep going. So we don't have spirits.
However, that would have added to the excitement if there were police lights and everything all around as well. That would be
Right.
fun.
We've already had that enough. So
Right. It's like, hang on, everybody, as our co-hosts get arrested. Right. All right. So as we wait for Mike to come back, Irene, I want to start with a little snippet that I read in your bio about, it's kind of buried a little bit, about you being a scientist. Is that true? Is that your vocation? Is that what you do for? Tell us about that, because I'm interested
Oh
in
no,
that.
she completely lied about it all.
You
Yeah.
did? Okay.
I got my degree at you'reascientist.com, and I did a quick survey and I became a scientist.
There you go.
Nice.
No, I actually trained as a molecular biologist. So I have a graduate degree in molecular biology, and I mean general biology, but molecular focused. And then I ended up working in academic labs for a while, did a lot of different types of research in cancer and imaging. And I ended up going into industry where I did I managed quality labs, analytical chemistry labs for what we would call the metal finishing industry. It's like an industry nobody really knows exists, but it is actually, why your faucets are plated and why your doorknobs are pretty gold color or pretty silver color, or so it why your car doesn't rust, why your lug nuts last for a long period of time on your tires. So it was probably between, it was around 20 years of work in that environment. So yeah,
Wow.
a
So,
little over 20.
so are you still in the science field now?
I technically yes, but not working in labs. I actually teach. So I
Gotcha.
teach science now. It was hard to be able to do what I do now in terms of this world, while working, a high stress job, managing labs and quality control. So I could not do both in that way. Even though I now realize that teaching is just as stressful in a lot of ways.
Right. So then, knowing what we know so far about you, that you do a little bit of Reiki, you're a medium, and you do all of that's kind of spiritual woo. Oh, she's shaking a
No
finger at me.
Reiki, no Reiki.
No
Oh, I
Reiki.
thought you did Reiki. My bad. Okay, but you do other woo woo type stuff. You're a
You
medium.
crossed the line there.
No,
Okay.
Reiki's fine. That is fabricated right there.
Okay, that is gotcha. So then, how does a scientist with that kind of background bridge the gap into that kind of woo-woo spiritual world where you talk to the dead?
Well, I actually also grew up very religious too, so in a very religious household. So it was all three. It was the trifecta: religious, science, and woo-woo. So, quite honestly, though, when you kind of get to the farthest points of each, and you're in search of in all of the fields, pretty much, they all kind of come together, and that we don't know everything, and some things are beyond our understanding in all three of those areas. So for a long time, I went back and forth. How can I be logical and believe in something like this? How can I, have faith and believe, when they say it's not, that we're not supposed to do that. It was a long journey, but when it really comes down to it, after having experienced all three, lived deeply in all three, they all kind of come together. They all overlap.
Right. But it's safe to say, though, Irene, that you were probably introduced to mediumship before the science part. Are you like a lot of mediums where you were younger when you were?
Yeah, definitely. My, in training, one of the things they had us do was try and go back and remember our earliest memory, our earliest experience with spirit. I'm sure there was more. I just don't remember. But my earliest memory is when I remember being in my crib, and holding the side. You know how you would stand and hold the side of your crib?
Mhm.
I remember that and seeing a man in my room wearing like those old leather jackets, and he had blonde hair. He was a white guy, probably in his 20s, and he had his head was bleeding, and he had something going on with his head here. And I like distinctly remember it. So it's been there from the beginning, but that's my earliest memory.
And I'm sorry, how old were you?
I honestly don't remember the actual age, but it was just learning to walk and stand like age, where you hold on to the side of the crib. So
Probably 9 to 10
Okay.
months old.
I don't know, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I think I did start walking around that age. So yeah, that makes sense. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because as you're saying it, that's what I'm picturing, about 9 to 10 months.
There you go.
Right. Well, that's a really young age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially to remember it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't remember a lot of my childhood, but that like for some reason, you know, certain things. And I remember pieces, dreams, experiences that I had, little bits here and there, but they're, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at what point were you like, okay, I can see dead people. So let me just like go into science. So how did you make that leap?
Well, the way I grew up, I am first generation. So first generation here in the States, and your education, the expectation for you is do something in the sciences. So you become if you don't become a doctor, you should become a scientist or a lawyer or something, that's the direction you went in. And so I just kind of went where it was expected of me, but I had a fascination with science too at the same time. And I think because there's so much that we don't understand in terms of science too. So, I think I was just attracted to that because it was something where I could find answers. If I work, I could find answers. So it kind of helped in that way. So, but it was pretty much what was expected of us growing up. Nothing special.
Gotcha. Okay. And so I guess we should pause for a second and explain why Mike isn't here, huh, MaryLynn?
Yeah, because he keeps popping in and out. Now he's in chat, so.
Now he's in the chat. And I guess is he having connectivity issues from his vehicle, I guess?
Yeah, because his vehicle does not have internet and mine does.
Oh. Can he hop in your car?
Well, they're probably about a mile behind us.
Oh, gotcha. Are you still driving?
Well, I'm not driving. No.
Well, I know you're. Well,
Right.
thank goodness for that. Yeah.
But yes, we're still going down the road.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, maybe Mike will join us. But in the meantime, Irene, Mike wants to know: do plants have their own religion?
With recent studies on plants can feel, they can respond to music, they can respond to your vibration as a person when you're with them. There have been tests done and studies done with attaching little electrodes and looking at the wavelength responses from plants. And they actually, I can't say they don't. You never know. You never know.
They may be more evolved than we are.
Right, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
considering like underneath, like in forests, like the root systems in forests, like that's how they communicate with each other. Like the root systems are in contact with other root systems, and they can actually another part of the forest can know what's going on and on the other side of the forest at the same time.
Right. I just saw. I forget if I don't know. I think I might have been talking to somebody. Oh wait, what did he say? Oh no! Do I even need to show that? Okay.
He says,
Here we go.
I like to take pages from a science book and wear them in between my thighs. Science friction.
Oh my God, that is genius. That is genius.
Yeah. Not sure if there's a response for that one, but
Newton would be very happy with you, Michael. Newton.
Right?
Well, I think he got the response he was going for.
I think he did. Yes, he sure did. Anyway,
That was good.
yeah. I'm gonna type in the chat if he's gonna be joining us.
Well, he can
Comments
still
like that,
hear.
he needs to be on here.
Yeah, he can
I-
still hear.
I
He's
know.
just having a hard time getting in.
And he's gonna have a delay.
Oh,
too.
okay. All right. Well then, I won't bust his stones then. How about that? I'll leave him be.
His stones, you can't say balls.
Yeah, you know what? It was on the tip of my tongue, and I was like, no, I'll go with stones. Although Irene, I guess we should have warned Irene. Sometimes we do say very highly inappropriate things on the show. So
I've
But
watched
we
this show
drink-
before. I'm fully prepared.
We drink alcohol.
that's true.
I brought my whiskey. I'm a supporter of the Lost Goat. So
Nice.
Nice.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. No warning needed. Then we curse and say fuck and drink beer and wine. Yeah. So we're all good. What kind of whiskey are you drinking?
Blue Run.
Blue Run. Nice.
It's very good,
It
actually.
looks good. Oh, that's a cute little
Well,
butterfly.
if the truck had stopped, I would have had my
Fire.
fireball. The blackberry crown.
Oh.
I've never had that before.
When we get
Yeah.
so the events that you're going to be going to, so maybe we can all get together and have a drink.
Well, Katie
Right.
just told me you're going to be at Creep It Real, right?
I am. There.
You are. Okay, so I'll see
Yeah.
her there.
Yep.
And then, are you coming to Parajam in August?
Yes.
So I'll
Yep.
see you at Parajam in August, and
Okay.
I have Underworld Culture Con.
And hold
We'll be
on.
there as well. Are you going to Gettysburg?
At Parajam, yeah, the Gettysburg. Ooh,
There she
Nope,
is.
the
Yep,
right-
Sorry.
yeah.
Wanted
No,
to
just
promote you.
Gettysburg. It's the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
oh no, I can't. Danica is having surgery around that same time, so we're not able to come this year. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
next year we'll definitely be back next year. So,
Okay.
last year was great. Looking forward to it again.
Yeah.
Okay,
But wish we could be there. Totally
right.
great time.
Well, we will definitely see you at the Parajam.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking
Now, are you-
forward.
Are you just vending at the Parajam, Irene, or what? What's your involvement?
I am doing a gallery reading there.
Nice.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. I think they're doing it. I don't think they have the final speaker lineup yet. I might be doing it during the speaker times, but I'm not sure. But definitely gallery reading. And same thing at Creep It Real. I'll be doing a gallery reading for charity. So it's going toward Santiago Cirillo's Haya Nation. So all the proceeds go to him, or go to
Okay.
the charity of their choice, actually. So if it's just his or some other charity as well, but everything goes to them.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Awesome.
And hi, Krista.
And I'm going to show this other
Oh
one.
yeah, I'm doing that too. The table tipping. Yeah.
Do
So
it
I'll be
some-
doing readings during table tipping. So that's going to be fun. And that's Friday night. So that'll be fun.
Okay.
I
it
have
out
never
if you
done
can.
the table tipping. I want to try that.
Yeah. Well, this will be my first experience like at an event doing it. So I think it'll be
Okay.
fun. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. I like combining things together.
Right.
Yeah, I've never heard that combination. Readings and table tipping. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Nice.
all Donna. That was all her.
Yeah.
So
All right. Did I get another? Did Mike message me?
I have no idea.
Okay.
So do you know, I had this thought to come on here and act totally oblivious and start talking about my lost goat chamomile and act like I thought this podcast was about, finding your lost goats. But I gave it up in the end. There were too many technical difficulties. I was just like, I'm not going to torture them.
Well,
That
you
would
know,
have been hilarious.
maybe we'll
You
have you-
should have done it.
yeah. We'll have you on again, and then you can just act
Right.
oblivious. Then, yeah. That's cool.
So,
So,
Mike
all right,
said they
so
asked him to. Mike said that they asked him to be a speaker, but he didn't feel comfortable having an audio cable in his butt.
Oh my. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, they asked me to be a speaker.
man.
But oh my god.
Oh, that's good. He's got some great one-liners today. They are really good.
Yeah.
It's been nonstop. And then Marcy said Irene isn't a name you hear often these days, and her middle name is also Irene, Marcy Lee.
Yes.
Named
Yeah.
for my grandmother, Irene.
Aw.
Aw.
That's awesome.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
name.
It
Oh,
is. Yeah. Very cool. All right, let me
For scrying, what do you do?
So you mean I don't scry. Automatic writing, you mean? Or
I'm sorry, yes.
no, it's okay. The for me, it kind of came from, almost out of I can't really say out of nowhere, because we know it. We all know as mediums, it doesn't come from out of nowhere. It comes from somewhere. But I trained, and did my mediumship, and one day I just decided, okay, you know what? I just felt drawn to have a notebook, and I said, maybe it's just to focus me. So initially I would have it just to, that's the thought I had in my mind. It's just going to focus me. And I started doing more and more readings with it. I thought it was because, I'm a shy person. People don't really think that when they see me, but I'm very shy, and I have stage fright. So the only reason I can go out and do this stuff is because Spirit is helping me do it. And I'm getting more and more used to it as I go. But yeah, I still get the nerves right before. And so I thought it was because I just get anxious, and it was just to kind of focus me. And what it turned out, as I was doing readings more and more, I would look down at the paper and there would be images. And so, I had already I trained a little bit in the automatic writing, but like to see it without paying attention, for me, especially as that scientist side of me, the validation to know that what's coming down on paper is what's connecting with the sitter across from me. I thought, oh, wow. So this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be part of what I do. And, so my notebook just became a part of when I sit down and do readings with people and they sit across from me. And the beautiful thing about it is they take that paper with them when they go. So I've had people come back and tell me, they framed that picture, that I drew for them. And, it's just, for me, I know it's we all know it's not us, it's them, but it's so great to see that it connected with them so much, that you made an impact in that way. It also humbles you, because then you realize you have this great responsibility that you need to be careful with. Right. But it's a wonderful thing to see. And so people love having it in front of them. They love to actually see something, not just have me tell them, but to actually see something when they walk away. They take it with them. I also take little notes and put it on there too. And sometimes family yells at me, write it on the paper, because if they want me to write, I love you, or you are strong, or messages of love to them, they're make sure you write it down so that when they walk away, they see it again and again when they look at that paper. So
do you keep a copy of it so that way you can look to see how you have evolved from where you started and where you're at now?
That is such a great idea.
No. But no.
That would have been a great idea. Well, I guess with the show, I don't give those to the people when they leave, right? Danica actually takes some of those images and puts watercolor to them, so they're not lost, in the ether. But I should go back and look at my notebook and look at how it's evolved over time.
Yeah, you should.
When I started the show. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
I think that would be cool.
Or take a picture. I know when I do tarot readings for people, Irene, sometimes they take pictures of the cards, for the same reason.
Yeah.
They want something visceral later that they can refer back to and look at, because they don't trust their own memory. So they'll take a picture of the spread that I do for them, as like a takeaway. So yeah, that's a good idea.
And they love seeing the cards in front of them too. When you flip a card and two of the same card or same message come out, and they see that, they can't deny it, that the randomness of the event. And so I love that part of it.
Right.
So that's awesome.
Yeah. And Mike wants to know, because we're talking about automatic writing. He says he has automatic bill pay, so he wants to know if that's
Exactly the
similar.
same. It is exactly the same. And the money comes from the heavens. That is why I have the debtors coming out.
Right. We all do. Yeah. Oh God.
I'm back.
Did we lose you again, MaryLynn?
You did. I had to, because it froze up on me, so I had to come back in.
Okay.
Did you see Mike's
then-
post before I went dead? His bill pay.
His bill pay. Yeah, I just showed that.
Okay.
And now he wants to know, do you ever write, this spirit has been trying to reach you over your car's extended warranty?
Oh my God. Sometimes I like to be funny when I start something. Like if I don't tend to bring my notebook or use my notebook in galleries, but sometimes I'll bring a notebook and do like a gallery with my notebook or with a pad to draw on. That's perfect. I should do that for like when I do my introduction usually. So I love to do a little joke at the beginning. I'm stealing that.
Yep, that would be good.
Yeah. Great way to break the ice with your audience. If you're ever nervous or if you sense that they're nervous, just be like, hey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
That's cool. All right. So you're a medium and you do gallery readings, and obviously you do one-on-one readings too, right?
Yeah.
Is there one that you prefer over like one-on-one versus a gallery reading? Does it make a difference to you?
They all have their own feeling. Like they all have their own gift that they give us when we do them. So it's hard to pick one or the other. When you do a personal reading one-on-one with somebody, you get a little bit more time. You get to sit with them. You deliver that message in a different way, sometimes in a more meaningful way. Not that gallery isn't meaningful, but it's deeper for them. So I think, that has its own place. But like in the gallery setting, for me, platform is, I guess, sometimes where, even though because of the stage fright, it's sometimes where I feel most comfortable. Once I'm out there, I feel like, I'm a fast mover. And, with the show, like I call them flash readings, but like I'm comfortable with delivering that faster message. So I think they all have their different, their different feelings behind them. So I love it all, but I think, one I'm more comfortable with, the other it's more meaningful to people.
Right. And there's a debate. MaryLynn, I know what you're laughing at, and I will show the comment in a second.
I wish he was here to throw these at me while we're.
I know, Mikey. You need to get on here, man. On the way.
You needed to
I would
show
not
it.
stop laughing the entire time. I would not stop.
All right, so let me just go ahead and show it, because he's talking about fighting elderly people now. So I like to do one-on-one with the elderly. They are a lot easier to fight. So there you go.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, so there's that, Irene.
No,
You know.
alive, not people.
Do what?
I'll
I
keep
said,
that
no,
in
keep
mind.
them alive,
Keep that
not
in mind.
people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway, so there's a debate that I hear among mediums sometimes, and MaryLynn, I'd love to hear you chime in on this, about if you're just like, say you're at a gas station or a grocery store and you just happen to bump into, where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
You just happen to bump into a stranger and you just get this download and you get this message. Are you the type to approach that person and be like, hey, I have a message for you? Or do you just don't say anything? What are your feelings on that?
I'm a big believer. Okay, there have been rare occasion where I'm in a setting where it's more accepted, more like I know the person is used to wanting or getting a reading, where I have asked them, there's something coming through, do you want me to share it? But that has been like a few times at most in the entire time I've done this. I'm not one for reading people without their permission. If it's in a setting where it's open to that, like if I'm doing something where they're expecting me to kind of come up to them and start, giving them a reading that's different, because people are very different
Protective.
in how they respond to what happens. Yeah. And some people don't believe in it at all, and they think it's evil, and you approach them, you cause more damage than you do good. You know, you have to be very careful in that kind of environment. So I don't tend to just do random readings like that. There has to be some kind of circumstance that forces it to happen. Otherwise, I don't do it. How about you,
Gotcha.
MaryLynn? Are you?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. For me, it's like
Yeah.
I've actually had psychics claim that they were psychics come up telling me that they have something, and it's like, no, thank you. I've already talked to my guides. But I have been in a gas station, and the person was standing in front of me. All of it came, just come rushing in. This guy turns around and actually just started talking to me. And then it just kind of morphed into this, and so it just worked. So it was supposed to be a message for him, but that's the first time that's happened and the only time that's happened. But no, I would not approach anybody and just say, hey, this is happening, other than whenever I met Mike and his wife.
Safe environment.
Right.
Or maybe safe environment. I don't know.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, MaryLynn. Like, the universe wanted you to deliver that message, because there's no other reason why that guy turned around to just start talking to you.
Nope.
That's just bizarre. Yeah. And
I love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. That's amazing.
yeah. All right, here we go. So, all right, Irene.
But is it more difficult if they are not of the same nationality? Like, sorry, I don't read Chinese.
Not with Google Translate anymore. It's better now.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that does beg the question, though. Do you ever come across somebody that doesn't speak English or doesn't speak, our native language, and you have a message for them? Like, how do you communicate to them? Has that ever happened to you?
As the person getting the reading?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I've never had that happen. I've had somebody who can either translate for them, or they were able to speak and understand English, whether it was, broken English or, but they were able to speak and understand. I've never come across anyone just randomly where they couldn't understand me. That would be a first. I don't know.
Has the spirit come through for you that was speaking a different language?
It's so crazy. I don't know if you've had this experience. So a lot of the times they come in, I know they don't speak English, like they didn't speak English, but they'll come through speaking English, and I'll know what they're saying. But sometimes they'll say things in a different language, so that maybe that's a validation for the person sitting across, because there's no way I could ever, unless I spoke the language, know to say that,
Right.
So that's been weird. I've had that happen a couple times. And then, or they'll come through and they'll have an accent. I love when they come through and have an accent. So, and I could feel like I want to speak with an accent, but I don't get, that's what, like, the validation that comes through. So I just had that happen yesterday. I did a post-show reading, and they came through. I kept feeling like I needed it, or was it during the show? I don't remember. But with an accent, it was funny. It's fun. I love that kind of stuff. Have you had that experience where they speak? Yeah,
I have, and it's kind of weird because I've heard them speak the other language, but it was almost like a delay, and then I heard it in English. Oh, it's almost as if my guide was actually translating it for me, so I could hear, but it was just strange. So it's just that's happened to me one time.
Oh, so it's like a spiritual translator.
Yeah.
Yes. And it is like it has not happened again. So, but I want it to. It would be cool.
That's pretty awesome. So some spirit just popped in and said, "Here, let me assist."
Yeah. I love that.
That's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about. I'm going to turn my screen around because we have some other stuff to talk about with you, Irene. So tell us about the new era. So you're a co-host of a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. The new Era Paranormal Podcast.
Yeah. That airs on Sunday nights. And what we talk about mostly there is all things paranormal. We like to focus too, like with teams. We like to bring teams on every so often too, to get their names out there and to have the opportunity to be seen. Especially some of the smaller teams. So we like to do that. We like to bring them on, and we just like to bring guests on and talk paranormal. I've also brought mediums and Reiki masters and things like that on as well. So we get to have that experience and that metaphysical side. It's kind of a hodgepodge of different things, paranormal and, metaphysical.
Nice.
Hello.
Hi, Austin. Yeah, I guess we'll pause for a second to say hello to everyone who's still hanging tough with this. Austin, Taylor.
Yeah,
hello,
his
Taylor.
wife is actually in the car with me, but right now she's sleeping. So
Krista. Oh, look at her. Oh boy,
Really appreciate that.
she's out cold. Okay.
So I'm so glad I'm so entertaining.
I know, right? Nothing personal, Irene.
I would be asleep too. Don't worry about it.
I know.
I usually am too. If I'm not talking, I'm back here sleeping.
Especially
Wow.
it's starting to get, that nice twilight. I could tell, and that I'd be out.
Yeah. I love that time of day. How do people sleep in a car? I envy people who can sleep like in a moving vehicle or on a plane. I just can't do it. Like, doesn't matter how exhausted I am. I can't sleep in a car or on a plane.
For me, is as soon as the bell dings in the airplane and they start rolling back, I put my head back and I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. And then I think, Katie, didn't I send you the picture of me sleeping in the Traverse? Because we had the back seat that I have 3 rows, had 2 of them laid down and had a mattress, little thin mattress back here and just all bundled up. And they were driving and I took a 4-hour nap.
Right. Yeah.
We've done that. We've done that on our trips.
Yep.
Really? I'm the
easy.
only one.
Yeah.
The beauty
I'm
of
the
an
only one
SUV.
that can't sleep in a vehicle. Oh boy.
Oh man. So then you're the DD then.
Yeah.
I'm always the DD. I'm always the driver. Yeah, I'm always that person because I just can't do. I mean, if I'm laying, like I've done it before where I've pulled over and slept in my car, but it wasn't moving. I can do that.
You're not moving, right?
I'm not moving. So there's something about the moving. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, that it's just soothing and puts me right to sleep. So Mike said we're about 30 minutes from our hotel. We can always get back on then, so that way he can actually participate too.
Oh.
So if you're okay staying longer.
Oh my gosh, 30 minutes. It's like 10:30. Poor Irene.
So in other words, Mike,
She's like, my pajamas are laying out on my bed. She's ready to go lay down.
Right. All right, let's see what other. Okay, yeah. We're 30 minutes from our hotel. We can always get back on that. Well, so Arkansas, is that Central Time?
We're still Central, so it's still.
That would be 10:15.
Yeah.
It's like the GPS might be. That's a good point. If they're coming out of Central into Eastern, are they coming out of Central into Eastern or?
Yeah, we're coming out of Central, but we're going to be in Little Rock, so we're still going to be Central.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but their signal will be better. So, whatever.
Sure. MaryLynn, your signal's been great. So.
Yeah, it's hard, but I think with him is so you can get his zingers from him instead of just typing it.
Right. Yeah.
And Mike said we'll get you back on later.
We can get you on later.
Yep.
Yeah.
When it's not so chaotic, and we can all.
That sounds fun.
Right. That's cool.
Because he had some stuff lined up.
Ooh. I can't imagine.
He always has something.
Yeah. Did he write them
He
down?
always has something going on.
He wrote them down?
He never writes any. No, he doesn't write
Oh, I
anything
know.
down. It's just in his brain, and it'll never be the same question
Okay.
tomorrow.
One thing, I refuse to answer anything about the birds and the bees. If you're listening.
Right.
So
well,
one of
you
his
are
big
a
questions is,
molecular.
What?
molecular biologist. So there's birds and bees in there somewhere. With biology. So the spirit realm. Talk to us about the Spirit Realm Network and what you do there and for them.
So for the Spirit Realm Network, I have a show on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. where I do those live readings I talked about, where like they're kind of like I call them flash readings, but they're about they can go anywhere from like 8 minutes to 2 minutes, depending on how much time we have left in the show, or if I'm doing a chat reading while I between live guests. And it's called Trance Scribing with Irene Achelois, and it's again Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and we what we try to do is to get people that are brave enough to jump on. So they have a link they can click on and be on camera with me, and I do those one-on-one readings on camera, or sometimes we'll look for people in the chat. And Spirit Realm has different shows that will that do readings, whether it's astrological or tarot, or animal communication. So they have various shows that do live readings. Mine just happens to be what we call transcribing. That's the title of my show, where I have my notebook as the scribing part of it. So, and I also do haunted destinations. So we go to different paranormal locations, and we do live investigations. So that's usually with different members of the Spirit Realm team. But I know Jim, who runs the network, and Jennifer de Blasio and Candy Mondo. They are usually on handling, like they're the main people that handle the investigations, and then we join. We just come for the investigation. We don't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting, so that's fun. So it's a fun experience.
Oh, did we lose her now?
I think we lost her.
Oh,
There she is. Well,
and I'm
Katie,
just
you're
sitting
next.
still.
yeah. I was going to say Irene was the one with the strongest signal here, and
Right? But so
yeah.
Katie, you're next. So
I'm next. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I want to ask you a question, Irene. And it's I guess it's a question and a statement. So the statement is, I tried about 2 years ago to get into automatic writing, and I took a course, and I just couldn't get into it. And I don't know if I just didn't have enough patience for it. I was trying to add something different to my paranormal toolbox, I guess. And I tried, Irene, I really tried. And I don't know if I just didn't have enough patience for it, or if it's just not for me. So I guess that is a question. Is that possible? It's just, I didn't give it enough time. Does it require patience? Is it something that just comes to you naturally? Is it something that takes time? And then I guess the second question is, if someone is interested in getting into, transcribing, what would you recommend?
So for me, I did have some training in automatic writing, so it didn't just come out of the blue. But I had always been a doodler, and when I go back and think about my old doodles, just kind of drawing on paper to focus, and I think that's where that's how things came about, where I'm like, oh, Spirit's just having me focus, right? Mm-hmm. I've always been, I always used to do that especially when I was a teenager. So I know that there was something there then, and I always noticed, and I'd asked one of my teachers once, my handwriting would change as I would be writing something. So something was always there. And she said, yeah, that's probably Spirit kind of coming in and coming back out. So that would always happen. So, but I always just kind of set it aside, because the same way that you thought, I don't think I can really actually do this, and I definitely can't do, actual artwork like MaryLynn does or anything like that. like I didn't think I could actually do anything of that nature. And so but it just they Spirit made it happen. So and I think for us, in terms of like, to answer like that second part, like, yes, or go back to the first part 1 second. So it did come naturally, but it came over time. And then this kind of leads into that second part where, yeah, I think if you like, you can, if you really want to try and learn it, you can do it. But again, our gifts when we're taught are forever evolving. They're always shifting, and we can always do one clair better than the other, or like something stronger in this event versus this event. Things are always evolving and shifting. And I think one day, if you feel drawn to do it, one day Spirit is going to talk to you like Spirit talked to me and said, hey, why don't you just grab that piece of paper and give it a shot and just start, just scribble a little bit on there and see what happens.
Right.
And then it'll start coming to you. But being open to the possibility, if you really want to, be open to it, get some training in it. Don't just, some people are natural, but if you feel like, it's always better maybe to get a little training so you have an understanding of what you're doing, and then, go from there.
Gotcha. That's great. That's great advice. I'm not a doodler, so maybe that's one of my barriers. I can't draw. I can draw stick figures, and that's about it.
That's me though too. That's actually when, how I told you I do a joke usually at the beginning or something. Yeah. I'll say this is about as good as I can draw, and I'll turn it around, and they're expecting like this beautiful drawing, and it's just a stick figure as I'm looking at the person drawing. So, that's about as good as I can draw too. So, right. And some science shapes for, for the kids, that's all I can really draw. So when those things come out on paper, and I think for me, that's my greatest validation, because the biggest hurdle for me was believing that what I'm doing is real. Right. So it took me a very long time to I had to go through a lot of training to believe that I was really doing this. And so now when I see it on paper, knowing I can't draw, I think they are validating for me as well. Hey, look, you're really doing this. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Okay. Well, I guess if I'm led and guided to, I'll get back around.
Right. But you probably have a more powerful ability in a different way. So, that's what you use, at least for the time being, until it happens.
Yeah.
Do you find that when you're doing your scribbling, your drawing, is it when you're at a location, does it affect you differently?
How it comes out? Yeah, it'll be different. It can be different at times. And those are sometimes moments too, where I can actually, draw in spirit deeper. And I if I choose to kind of go into a trance state or something like that, then that like a full trance, I can draw in deeper. In those areas and that type of experience, I feel like it's a little bit more amped up. And okay. I also get a little bit more of pushing out. Like I have to control my what's around me more because of that experience. And then I do a lot more sometimes actual writing. So like the actual automatic writing where you're used writing sentences and words, and those usually happen in paranormal locations. And I love doing it, I'll put the headphones on and do not a blind Estes method, but I'll do an Estes method and I'll automatic write, and they'll ask questions and messages will come through that way.
Gotcha.
That's cool. So what has been your most memorable?
Oh boy. Hold on. I don't want you to have a quiet gap. I need to think.
Or even something that is just kind of startled you that you didn't expect for that to happen.
In terms of what comes through in the automatic writing?
Yes.
For me, it's when I get to a location and the drawing looks like the place I'm going to. Those are those moments where I'm just like, how did I even do that? Or especially again, because I'm not a drawer. I mean, it's not the prettiest drawing, right? But it's definitely the location. Or the other day I drew in one of my readings, I drew a boat. and it looked like the boat had like a little houseboat on it, but it was farther back, and then it had this upward point. And I was like, that's odd for the boat. And then she goes outside and she shows me the boat, and it was covered up, and it had like a house, like the shape that I drew. And then like the boat was the length of the boat, and it had something in the front of it. It was under a cover. So the boat came upward at the front. And so those are those moments for me that I'm like, I can't believe this. This is crazy. I can't believe it.
Right.
Wow.
You know,
That's
or when
cool.
things come through, like for finding locations or things like that, when we're in search of something, like those are great experiences.
Right.
You know, and it shocks me because, again, I know it's not me, right? I know I'm the channel. I know it's not me. And it just amazes me. I'm fascinated every time when it happens. It's just crazy.
Right.
Have you ever had that experience when you do your drawing and your painting?
Oh yeah, it's every time I look at it, it's something will pop out, and it's like, yeah, just every painting is different.
It's amazing.
Yep. I'll have to
And,
do one for you.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh,
And
wow. I think we're having a big storm come through. That was a huge, like thunder and lightning. Holy cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe that's why I went out and came back in.
Probably so, yeah. So where can we find you if somebody wants to look you up, get in contact with you, get a reading? How can everybody find you?
So they can find me at I have two website domains, but they go to the same place: claireconnections.com or ireneachelois.com. It's just, you got to be able to spell my name right. So eventually you might find it. But that's where you can come on and get live one-on-one readings. You can make an appointment with me. I do Zoom or in person. And then you can also reach out for special events and gallery readings and things like that. You can find me again on the new Era Paranormal Podcast on Sunday nights. But please, come on and be a brave live guest on Trance Scribing on Tuesday nights at 8. Doors open about 10 minutes before. If you go to the Spirit Realm Network Facebook page, the link will be in the show's ad when it comes up that day. So please, be brave. Come on. I
was going to say, you probably want to be careful who you invite because Mike might show up.
Right.
That would be awesome though if he showed up. Danica handles the green room. So if that happens, she watches out, so nobody naked comes on, or I can't guarantee they won't strip once they're on. So if he comes in and behaving, but then he jumps on and starts taking his clothes off, I can't control the situation.
Right.
Wow.
Well,
That would be fun though.
That would be fun. I'm definitely going to check that out because that does sound fun. So,
Oh, please.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. So should I, all right. So one last thing before I play us out, Irene. So you told us where we can find you. We talked a little bit about the events. You're going to be at Parajam. Well, you're going to be at Creep It Real first, right?
Yep.
Shout out to Creep It Real, Parajam.
Yes.
What else you got going on?
The Underworld Culture Con. I have some local events here, some fairs and some, local reading events. We're going to be having Monday. I have this new kind of thing that we're doing called Reiki Infusion, where people are going to be doing Reiki while I'm doing a gallery reading at the Franklin Castle. And what else? I know I'm forgetting something. So please forgive me, anybody if I'm forgetting something, but I know I'm forgetting something, but just keep an eye out. You can check my Facebook page. I usually post things there. So, and Dine with the Dead. I have Dine with the Dead coming, and it'll be in Pennsylvania. So just watch the Facebook page and see what's going on.
Yeah. I might go since I'm in Pennsylvania, I might go to some of those.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, and sorry again for all the chaos, and we'll get you scheduled again.
Yeah, we'll bring it back on. Hang tight, Irene. I'm going to play us out and hang out for a few minutes backstage with us, okay?
All righty, sounds good.
Okay, thanks.
On the map where the spirits flow, you found your way to the lost gold. We're chasing a trail that is long.
Sorry.
I was going to say, we're not starting over.
We're not starting over. Yep. The outro won't play.
Uh-oh.
No.
Should we just sing it?
Okay, then we'll just say goodbye and thank you,
We'll just end.
everybody.
We'll just end.
Found my lost
Bye,
goat.
everybody. Yes. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.